JaNae B series. I have two special guests again, and we're going to talk about another topic.
She about to poke me in the eye.
I was
I'm
close.
Zani, also known as Zani Nicole, Z-A-N-I.
I'm Denzell Massenberg, also known as Den Mass.
So today we're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about, okay, let me sugarcoat it. Why are women referred to as these derogatory terms? Was that sugar-coated enough for y'all? Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about though. Yeah, we gonna talk about it from a woman's point of view and from a male's point of view.
I'm racing home cause I heard she got a new vlog on the way. Said I've been waiting to hear that shit Sunday. JaNae B series got it all. JaNae B series gets involved. Yeah. The only one that keeps it real on the internet. The only one that keeps it raw and always got a message. What would I do without JaNae B series? JaNae B series.
Okay, so I sugarcoated it for the intro, but I really want to know, where did this come from, women being referred to as female dogs? And I mean, I can speak for a woman. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I have maybe in like my younger days referred to myself as that, like maybe in a joking way or like talking to friends, because I'm not gonna lie, as women we do that, like, oh hey B, like, if you're real comfortable, depending on your relationship. But I just want to know, like, y'all opinion, like, where did it come from? Like, why did
Ladies first.
Okay, I don't know the origin of it, but, and I really have no desire to know it, but I would say music. I think that there was a transition in music. I don't know what era that was, but where that term became more prominent. It was used in a lot of rap songs, and it was also used as empowerment for some women who tried to kind of flip the term and kind
how is
that
empowering?
I think
Being referred to as a
women,
female dog.
I personally don't refer to myself as it, but I think that there came a time where women were like, okay, we're going to make it so that we're going to dilute this, term, and it's not going to be derogatory. Now it's considered a term of endearment. And so whereas I don't see that completely, I get the whole, like, okay, let's flip the script. And so now, to change the whole meaning of what it originally once was.
So let me ask you this. Like, say one of your closest friends, I don't know, like, y'all relationship, but like, if they refer to you as that, like, oh hey B, does that offend you? Are you offended by it? When people call you that, since you don't refer to yourself as it, are you offended?
I would say I'm offended if I know you. We typically just don't speak to each other like that, but I think that term, it quickly changes meaning when it's someone who doesn't know you. So it's kind of like,
those
okay.
fighting words.
Yeah, so it's like, if I wouldn't use this within my circle and I see it as a derogatory term, or I label it a derogatory term when it's used outside of my circle, why even introduce that? You know what I mean?
Okay, so what do you have to say?
Going back to what she was talking about with it being used in rap music, hip hop. Yes, it heavily has always been used in hip hop and rap music. So even going back, you can take it back to the 90s, where gangster rap, it was used heavily. People like even Tupac using it. There was a civil rights activist, Dolores Tucker, fighting against like hip hop music and using that term and any derogatory term towards women. She felt like it was the self-destruction of black women, and she wasn't standing for it. So you had different hip hop artists, Tupac included, fighting against it, like, hey, I don't necessarily feel this way about women, but this is why I use it, and call them that. And then you have people like Queen Latifah, and her song UNITY. She starts off the song, who you calling a B? So that's like her response to fight back against the term being used. Other artists, even up today, use it. Women are really taking over hip hop and rap. They use hip hop, Megan Thee
like
Stallion,
catchy.
Cardi B. Yeah, so it's being used. So it's like, but they taking more so what I see ownership over it, and they're doing that because it's been used so much as a negative term.
To down.
They're like saying, "Oh, this is my word now. I'm taking ownership over." So yeah, if I'm going to be something, if you're going to call me that, okay, I'm going to be the baddest. You know what I mean? So they're, and part of taking ownership over the word, it still doesn't excuse, I guess, men using it, because I don't think there's ever a time where a man can call a woman the B word,
this
and
my
shit,
bitch.
and it can be a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Right.
Like going back to what you said you saw something, a video.
Yeah, this girl had graduated from college or high school, whatever. I guess she had a boyfriend who was in the audience, you know, and so the family's all there. They're celebrating her as she walks across the stage, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my B." Like, I mean, yelling it, and it's like, why do you feel comfortable enough to, you know what I'm saying, in a public setting at that?
With her mom. And
with her family, you know what I'm saying,
let
loved
that be my
ones.
mom.
Yeah,
Right.
like, that's very distasteful for me. And, you know, that he was, that kind of just came out so casually is just, like, kind of.
That's the norm.
Yeah, that's the norm. And that's unfortunate. Like,
I have a lot of friends, I won't say a lot, but I have some male friends who actually use the term, and I wanted to get them on, but they're like, no, you're not about to make me look like a douchebag. Like, they know it's wrong.
Right.
So yeah, I was actually having this conversation earlier with a male, and he was just like, he was like, yeah, I refer to a girl as a B. I'm like, but why? And he was like, well, I didn't know her name. So it's like, and I mean, in a sense, I don't want to, yeah, you can blame them, yes, but that's a lot of males' mindsets.
Yeah.
Not trying to generalize, but that's some males' mindsets.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, yeah, I don't know her name, so yeah, she a bitch.
It's used
But like,
so loosely.
why?
Like,
That's so
yeah.
trifling. It's
I
trifling.
mean, when the culture is using it so loosely, after a while, it just becomes like.
But why
saying,
does that click in your mind to be like, oh, I don't know her name, so what's up, bitch? Like,
Yeah, like why was that the automatic go-to?
Yeah, like
it's just kind of strange that you didn't explore any other options. Like, you could have said shorty, you could have said,
but that's
you
a
know,
lot of
something.
males' mindsets, though. Like, in
That's
our
scary
generation,
to me, though, because
that's how they refer to us. That's how they view. I don't know your name, so you a bitch.
And
And
then-
be offended.
See, but that goes to show that some women, because we have to also kind of put it back
Yeah.
on women too.
They're-
Some women
okay.
allow it, and they're
Yeah.
comfortable with that, and they're okay with that.
Yeah, that's my nigga. So
Yeah.
And
I'm his bitch. I'm his bad bitch.
They
It's
accept it, like, yeah.
like, okay. Yeah.
And I see the term being used amongst women, and they might see it too. So they might feel like, okay, they're calling each other that.
That's how you
Why
view
not?
yourself. Why
Yeah,
can't I
so
call
why-
you?
why not?
Yeah, and
But I
agree.
also think it's a lot of things that we do inner circle that, you know, maybe double standard or not, like, we can't cross over. Like,
Right.
dudes amongst themselves, you know, go back and forth. You dumb man, you know, y'all joking each other, y'all cussing and stuff, and that's okay. But it's like when a woman were to maybe use some of those terms that y'all share with each other or joke with each other, then that becomes an issue too. So I think it's just like kind of like the safe zone in the different, you know, the different circles and amongst the different genders.
And when it starts, and that's a part of your world or a part of your life and culture, it's hard to break out of it. So it's like a cycle.
But you don't have to be your environment. You don't have to be your upbringing.
You don't have to be, but
just
for some people, that's what it is.
That's true.
They saw, you know, their father, their uncle might use it. All their homeboys use it. So eventually, you know, you start doing it too. It's like you are who you hang around. That saying.
Yeah.
And so you end up becoming something that even if you were against it before, you end up becoming it.
Yeah. And a lot of the times I don't think it's used to be malicious or to, you know, have those intentions.
Yeah.
I think it's just so heavily kind of casually thrown around that, you know, people adopt those behaviors and that language as the norm.
And I think it's and when I look at a term like that, I think it's broken down into different categories. So you have the first category might be
disrespectful.
malicious, meant to harm someone. Another category might be maybe someone who's annoying or a nuisance. Another category might be someone who's like sexually brazen. So they might use it for different reasons, but I think those are some of the categories where they might refer to someone using that term.
I'm sorry, I just would never be comfortable with a male saying, "Oh yeah, this my bitch."
Yeah.
Like I would never be like, "Yeah, this little like no."
Yeah.
And that
I'm
goes
not.
back to
I'm your what?
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's unacceptable.
I'm
like,
not. It's
But
not
that,
me.
like we said, that at the beginning, what you allow will
Yeah.
continue, and you have to set the stage for, you know, what you choose to accept. And it's like, I've never had a guy ever even part his lips to call me that, because I
No,
made it
not in
known.
my face, yeah.
You know, that's not, you know, I don't know what you did before me. I don't know who that may have worked with, but with me, when you come over here,
It's not
it's
happening.
you that at the threshold.
Do you think, kind of piggybacking off of what she's saying, do you think, I guess, y'all can kind of sense how a woman, maybe this is like a quick answer, I don't know. Do you think how a woman carries herself, you can quickly like, oh, well, yeah, she a bitch. Or, oh, no, she's a queen. Like, because some, you know, like you said, some guys, they would never call you that. So do you feel like the way a woman carries herself,
of
that
course.
makes a guy
Yeah,
comfortable
because
to say that?
The assumptions are developed from that. So without even knowing you. That's how a lot of that's how the term gets used. Assumptions are developed. Oh, she's a queen. Oh, her
I need
over
to
here.
approach her as such.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But how
it's
can you
different.
sense that? Like,
well,
without
it
knowing the
depends
person?
on
like,
what
going
the
back to
guy.
what he says, he didn't even know her name, and he called her a bitch.
I mean, it depends on, was he trying to pursue her?
Yeah. Was there any
Or
type of
is it-
interaction?
what depends on the interaction.
Yeah.
Like I said, even it might fit into one of those categories. Whether is he trying to be malicious? Does he feel like she's someone who's like sexually bold? He might call her that term because he might be sexually bold, or it could be maybe she's annoying or a nuisance.
That's very interesting.
Or it could not be any of the three.
It might not be
just
just
in his regular
in his vocab.
Like, but I think what you said was interesting, that depending on you as well, depending on how she carries herself, that kind of makes for the response of a male or maybe female in some cases.
Because in some senses, y'all test maybe like the female, see like what you can get away with in a sense, like you know, to see like, oh, if she cool with that, then okay, I'm gonna keep calling her that. Which I can like. Why wouldn't you?
Once you develop those assumptions, it depends on your respect level, whether it's here or it's here.
Yeah. And that goes back to insecurity and. Maybe do y'all think the
Self-confidence
word
do
you think the word ties into insecurity as far as like from a woman's point of view, not
I mean,
more so the male?
Just to reiterate what you accept, and I mean how like your level of confidence before even meeting someone, I mean that sets the tone, you know, with your interactions, with your relationships, friendships, I mean whatever. It's like I went into this, you know, comfortable with who I am, knowing who I am, knowing what I accept, knowing what I won't accept. And, you know, anything that doesn't agree with that, you know, it's getting shut down. It's getting, you know. So, I mean, I don't know.
Just from women using it and hearing, I guess they look at it like, okay, guys are not going to stop using it. We've been called that since forever. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that term and we're going to own it. That's our term now. You can't call us that. That's our term. So we're going to flip it. Oh, yeah, these my girls, but they also my, you know. So, yeah, taking ownership over it because they know it's not going to stop. It's been going on forever. So if it's going on and it's not going to stop, why not own it? Who is it being referred to? It's being referred to us, and typically black women.
Yeah.
Which is probably the most disrespected group.
Yeah.
Out of everybody.
Yeah.
That's
a fact.
yeah, like,
that's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact, because I don't really see too many other races like, oh yeah, that's my age.
Yeah.
You're just like, but it is also in a lot of black women that tolerate it. Like they're like, yeah, I'm this bitch.
And it comes from a level of respect for yourself too. Yeah. When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? Do you like the glory that you see in yourself?
Yeah.
That's the and for some people that's not the case. So they might accept it from a guy who's calling them that or using that term against them because he is showing her love.
Yeah. Or what they think is love.
Or what they think is love, right. Okay. Or attention.
Yeah.
So they pardon that, like, you know, they make excuses, they justify stuff, they clean it up, they, you know, well, I mean,
he doesn't mean it,
but
like
he
that.
does this, but you know, they try to bright side everything,
yeah,
like,
okay. I like that, you know, we could talk about it because so many people have been ducking this topic. I like to, you know, especially males. So thank you for, you know, being real. And thank you,
Always.
of course. We got one more topic for y'all,
Stay
though.
true.
How can they reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram at Zani Nicole, which is ZANI Nicole _. And Twitter, I am Zani Nicole. Facebook, if y'all still use Facebook, Zani Nicole.
What about you?
You can reach me, Denzell Massenberg, at Denmass, which is DENMASS on both platforms.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got one more topic for y'all. One more.
I'm racing home cause I heard she got a new vlog on the way. Said I've been waiting to hear that since Sunday. JaNae be serious, got it all. JaNae be serious, gets involved. Yeah. The only one that keeps it real on the internet. The only one that keeps it raw and always got a message. What would I do without JaNae be serious? JaNae be serious.